I used to think online games were almost magical. You press a key, your character moves, and your friend hundreds of kilometers away sees that movement almost instantly. It feels like you're sharing the same world. But you're not. You're sharing millions of tiny messages, and somehow it still feels real. At first, I imagined games constantly sending everything. Every player's position, every bullet, every animation, 30, 60, maybe 100 times every second. That sounded impossible because the internet isn't instant. Every message takes time to travel. Sometimes 20 milliseconds, sometimes 100, sometimes much more. So why doesn't every online game feel delayed? I wanted to see the delay for myself. I opened a multiplayer game, pulled up my browser's dev tools, and clicked into the network tab. There's a small drop-down that lets you throttle your own connection. So I dragged it down until my simulated latency read a few hundred milliseconds. I remember thinking it wouldn't actually change anything, since my inputs still felt instant on my own screen. Then I moved, and for a moment, it was. My character kept walking smoothly, even after I let go of the key. Then it corrected itself, snapping backward like it had never trusted its own movement in the first place. I sat there for a second, rewinding what I'd just seen. That single snapback told me something I hadn't expected. The game wasn't struggling to keep up. It was guessing ahead of itself. The moment I press W, my own computer moves my character immediately before the server has said anything at all, because waiting for permission would feel terrible. Somewhere behind that instant movement, my computer is also sending a quiet message to the server, saying it started moving. The server checks it, updates the official version of the world, and only then tells everyone else what actually happened. My screen was already showing a version of the world the server hadn't confirmed yet, and most of the time nobody could tell the difference. Sometimes the prediction is wrong. Maybe another player blocked the path, or the server rejected the movement outright, and that's the rubber band effect. Your character snapping backward, not because the game is broken, but because reality finally caught up. Watching it happen on my own throttled connection, deliberately, felt different than running into it by accident in a normal match. It wasn't a bug anymore. It was the seam in the illusion, and now I couldn't stop noticing it. The more I learned about networking, the more online games stopped feeling like software and started feeling like conversations. Thousands of computers constantly guessing, correcting, agreeing, and trying to stay synchronized. Not perfectly, just well enough that our brains believe it. And maybe that's the real trick. Games don't eliminate latency. They hide it so well that we forget it was ever there.